Hi everyone, my name is Sumeet Verlekar. I'm the founder of Tilden Global Education. And today we have Aryaman, who's a proud admit at the INSEAD as well as the Booth MIM program. So without further ado, Aryaman, welcome.
Hi, Sumit. Thank you so much for your kind words. It's really great to be on the interview. It feels great. Yeah.
Awesome. So why don't you tell our audience, Aryaman, a bit about yourself?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Aryaman Dosajh. I graduated from Delhi Technological University in 2023. I did my majors in software engineering and also did my minors in economics as well as data analysis. In my last year, I got placed as an associate business consultant in EY. Worked there for a few months, then got into Sprinkler. Worked there for 4 or 5 months, and then finally transitioned to my family business. So yeah, I have a different maneuver in the professional experience.
Lovely.
Yeah.
So tell me, like, how did you, first of all, just maybe one of the questions which is very common is why am I? Why should I apply? So tell me your insights.
Earlier, my plan was just simple to apply for the MBA after 4 or 5 years of experience. But then last year, my family business just pivoted, and our family business got publicly listed. So after having a professional experience in EY and Sprinkler, I decided to just move back to my family business and help my father. And then we are planning to move into the main board in another 2 or 3 years, basically 3 years. So I wanted to be at a right space to make big decisions and take over the company. So instead of pursuing for the MBA, I thought MIM is a great opportunity for me, and it was the last opportunity. I already had more than 1 year of experience. So it was my last chance to apply for the MIM. So I just went for it, and I believe that a year of business management course is enough for clearing your fundamentals, and I just felt that this is the right path for me right now.
Great. So everybody goes through apprehensions. Obviously, the viewers will know that the MIM or the MBA, the global processes can be quite extensive, can be quite time consuming, and there are a lot of people who have a lot of apprehensions. So it would be great to talk about, did you actually have any apprehensions as you were entering the process? And, maybe you could just kind of use your own words to tell us what those were.
To be very honest with you, and you would be knowing this already, I was scared like anything. I don't have a very exceptional uh, background in terms of academics or score. I had a very decent score, decent academics, and like PO was just like an above average student. So I was very scared, and that is the reason I wanted the most out of my essays. So I wanted my story to be portrayed and expressed in the best way possible. And I found you and the Tilden team were kind enough to help me. And it was a really, I would say, an interesting but yet challenging process, the whole process. And I remember I had come to you in July, and we just had 3 months to apply for the college. So it was a very interesting process, and the process had challenges like Kira interviews, essays. So all these were something that is not normal for Indian students. Like we just have to give a competitive exam and we get into the colleges we want. So this was way different than what I had earlier experienced. Yes. So
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot
that
of
that's
people
it.
are quite, they do get stuck in various different things in the process. For you, it seems like it was interviews, essays, and all that, right? So, could you, if you recall, if you go back, maybe 6 months back, and can you recall how your process was, especially, you know, how did you start, right? How did you decide, which colleges you wanted to apply to, and, potentially what are the different steps that you took covering, networking, essays, and maybe some other things that you may have done.
So it started like I when I had contacted you as well. I told you that I want to take a very big risk. I had left Sprinkler, and I even didn't had a score with me, and I said that I'll be applying to only the top colleges that are renowned all over the world. And after that, you and the Tilden team were very helpful because I was able to get one-on-one like one-on-one help from the consultants and as well as you. So I still remember that my technique was basically I used to uh, retrospect and think about what I have to write in the essays during the night. I used to send all my essays around 3 or 4 a.m. And I remember that you used to give your suggestions in maximum 2 days. So this was basically my technique. Uh, and regarding the process, I would like to say more about the Kira interview. This is something that has come up recently. I don't think it was there a few years back. The Kira interview basically it is like an extempore, and I have been very far from these kind of things during my school and college times. And uh, with your guidance and the uh, like guidance from the Trillion team, I was able to answer them correctly. Like it is still very subjective how you tackle the Kira interview. You have to be authentic and true to yourself, structure the narrative, and yeah, that's it.
Any tips on any tips on how you kind of wrote the essays, and was there a particular thing that you would like, because that is often something that a lot of people struggle with, at least that's what we have heard. So for all the people listening to this video, right, how did you really contend with this entire writing the essay business?
First of all, I would say that one has to be authentic. So you have to just write your own story, express your purpose and what you aspire to be. The one thing that one really needs help, like I did from you, was how to structure a narrative. That is uh, one of the most crucial part of your entire process. Because even if you are the best and you can't express or portray yourself to the admission committee, so there is no point of then doing so much. So uh, I had even when I had all the points in my mind, I needed some guidance to structure the narratives. And there was a lot of essays, and that went depth. I still remember INSEAD had, I guess, 7 essays, uh,
Yeah.
let alone the other process. It had seven essays. So they ask, they try to understand you in depth. They try to understand whatever you have done in your past and how that tailors what you do in your future and what you are right now in your present. So yeah,
Yeah.
I used to, my only thing was I used to retrospect in the night and just uh, collect all the instances of my past and how it has helped me to become what I am right now and what how it will help me in the future.
Yeah. One thing I also wanted to, commend you, because you've kind of, in my view, you really kind of really, in my view, you're underpitching yourself. I think Aryaman, obviously there were gaps, but everybody's profile has gaps, right? But let those gaps not prevent you from aiming higher. And I think the courage that you showed, right, coming in, knowing that there were gaps, and then you still wanted to go higher, it takes a lot of courage to do that. You're obviously competing with a very strong pool worldwide, so I think that is also something that I must commend the viewers, that oftentimes people will tell you to apply or not apply, but I think it's important to really understand your profile holistically, the good and the bad, and then decide, right, and to accept those challenges or risks if you feel that that is basically what you want to do. So I think that's what Ariman did, and you see where he is today. So that's fantastic. Just last few things you were talking about, overall, like the process as such. What do you feel, right? You would advise to students who are planning to apply for the MIM or the MBA or any other professional degree out of India. Like, what would be your word? Like, what say top three things that you would like them to remember?
First of all, I would want to say that don't run after the common story. Like we see that there is something very common in terms of the professional experience as well. People want to get into MBBs, then go for MBA in the top universities, and like this is just like a but even earlier, INSEAD was my top priority because that that aligned with all the goals. So this is one thing that I would like to tell all the future aspirants that just instead of just going for the brand name or something like that, go for what and how the college would really help you and what you truly want to do in your future.
Wonderful. So
And
I think that
I
kind of
had two more things.
concludes.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, sure, sure. Please go ahead.
Basically, I wanted to add two more things about my process with Tilden consultants and you. So one of them is the Tilden cohort has just like not just engineers from IIT and the top universities. They have a variety of students from variety of background, and that is how
Yeah.
I feel you were able to help me because I didn't have a common trajectory of a software engineer. Like a software engineer does, it was totally non-tech, fashion, public relation, and stuff like that. So it was totally different from a normal trajectory, and having such a variety of students in your cohort, I think it has really helped me to tailor my essays. And second thing would be that even I was lagging behind in the process. I got very late in applying and all that stuff. So you were really kind enough to personally be just a phone call far away from me. And whenever I was scared about the timeline or everything. You just managed it very rightly, and I just did what you told me to do, and everything went out smoothly.
Thank you so much,
So
Aryaman.
yeah, these were the two
That
things I
means
really
a
wanted to
lot.
add.
That means a lot. Didn't really expect, but yeah, but very much appreciated, all those kind words. But yeah, I mean, I think that's pretty much what we had. What I would say that, through Aryaman's experience to everyone is that like really have a look at your profile and try to see what good you have done. Don't try to compare yourself with any particular so-called the best profile, right? There are specific things in your profile. Everybody has certain things that can really be useful. It's just that you need to know how to shape the narratives and all that. And then obviously, there is a sense of expectation and there is a sense of realism. You need to really balance that and be able to, put your hand up and say, okay, I'm going after these schools, and here is how I'm going to be really leveraging my profile to be able to get that admit. And of course, we are there to be able to help you and guide you if you need our assistance. So I think that is it. Any final words, Ariman?
Just thank you to you and Tilden, and all the best for all the future aspirants. To, to all the future aspirants that will be coming to Tilden community. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.